What up? Good morning, everyone that's tuned in. WCS back with another one. Of course, I want to allow the room to fill up a little bit. Shout out to everyone on this Friday. Big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side, 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 A-side official, no negotiation needed. Period. You already know what it is. I'm gonna give the room a little bit of time because I want to respond to the acts and all that. You know what I'm saying? We had the whole entire fight card. You know what I'm saying? A whole entire fight card where some fights was good, some fights was bad. As always, you already know the deal. We're gonna have the pluses and we're gonna have the minuses. We're gonna have the checks and we're gonna have the X's. That's all. That's the way it works. We're going to have the highs and we're going to have the lows. It just comes with life. That's where we at. It comes with life, people. Not everything is going to be perfect. And especially in boxing, you're not going to appease everybody. Just like WCS found out a long time ago in this media shit. It's impossible for me to please even a small handful of people in this game. Because, you know, the genuine respect that you give these cats, you know what I'm saying, the hard work, they don't look at where you've been in the past. They don't look at the time and effort that you put on the clock. They don't look at the voluntary work. All it takes is one person to start talking shit here, one person start talking shit over there. This person don't like you. The person that you're doing the work for, they haven't seen anything to basically validate what these people seeing. But hey, what do I know when it comes to freaking people just jumping on and listening to what people say to sway them from supporting certain people. Everybody want to pick up alliances or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Look, I remember a long time ago when I was down here doing all this media shit, you know what I'm saying? One asking these fighters for anything except their time in the interview, right? And someone told me straight up, he said, hey, I appreciate what you're doing. It's going to be hard because the fighters down here in the A, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's hard to please, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to please them. It's hard to get them to appreciate what you're doing. You know, they you know, boxing down here is kind of finicky. You know what I'm saying? So don't be discouraged. You know, when you know, you start supporting one fighter and then another person get mad because you supporting that fighter and this and that and this and that. And lo and behold, that shit end up working out the way it did. I ain't gonna lie. That shit end up working. That shit end up coming to the surface. So I seen, you know, Norman Sr. and look, I don't have no issues with them, man. They, you know, they black, you know, black father, son, tandem. This don't have nothing to do with blackness. You know, they got their shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I respect everything they do. But I will address me. I will take ownership of defending myself as I always do. I seen Norman Sr. out there on the strip, you know, addressing those who somehow was criticizing, you know, his son. Your son is the boxer, so the criticism coming majority from other boxers, right? And then I wake up this morning and I got some in my inbox from Norman Jr. Well, let me just call him Junior because, you know, that's, you know, when I called him assassin, he said, I'm Junior. I said, all right. He ain't never been told that before, but all of a sudden, stop calling me assassin. No, I'm Junior now. All right, cool. And I always told people, if you want to know what somebody said, you know, just look on their live. But sometimes lives ain't good enough. Like somebody can listen to what you put on a live, that shit ain't good enough. You know, you can give somebody props, but that ain't freaking good enough. And then when you criticize them, then you ain't shit. So when you was properly critiquing them, or whatever the case may be, like plenty of other people critique these fighters. But then all of a sudden, they just selectively choose a specific person where they want to say, oh, I don't want that criticism. You can be given the same criticism that the other people that's box and commentators and all that shit, and they can be goddamn thrashing them. But let a media guy somehow give simple, basic, mediocre criticism, and it's a problem. We don't know shit about boxing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody on this YouTube shit that's followed WCS for the longest of time is going to tell you I don't know shit about boxing and MMA. If they do, I want you to goddamn grab a cup of urine and take some blood samples, urine samples, and all that. You're not going to say I don't know shit about boxing. Not knowing shit about boxing means you don't know nothing about boxing. And that's just not the case with me. So let me address Norman Jr. first. Norman Jr., man, saluting you for getting the victory. I don't know what information you was getting or whatever. I'm not going to go in depth of explaining myself. I'm in my 50s. You know what I'm saying? You already know that. But let me address something right quick. You mentioned that you appreciate what I did in the past. No. That ain't good enough, bro. That ain't good enough. Because I remember before all of this, because it ain't a damn nigga in the ATL that's going to come up here and convince me that I jumped on the Brian Norman bandwagon when he started fighting on TV. No, I was there supporting Norman Jr. when he was fighting on the regional cards. That's why I don't trip when I know I got some other brothers that's down here that don't like a certain fighter over here or with a particular group that support this particular fighter, and they want to come at you and talk behind your back and tell these people whatever. And then you get the boxers who take sides. But ain't a damn nigga in the A can convince me that I wasn't there before he started fighting on TV. So when it comes down to it, when you say you appreciate what you do in the past, no, I don't want to hear that. Because I did that shit off the strength of my own time and love for you and your father, respect for y'all as black father and son in the game, and what y'all had going on. Nope, Scotty did not jump on the Brian Norman Jr. freaking bandwagon once he started fighting on TV. That's not the case. I was there when you was fighting on regional cards. Solo dolo. Doing media, doing all that shit, editing all on my fucking own, dog. But see, it get to a point where I guess that's not enough. Because who really started to change? How are you gonna leave me a text in the AM, Junior? What's wrong with these? You're an older cat. You mature. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about me, of course. I'm talking about me. You treat these other cats, I'm treating y'all with respect in the game to what you got going on because I'm a content creator. And it's not enough, bro. You can't tell me you appreciate what I did in the past. Like it's the past and it doesn't count the now. Do you know that I was calling and reaching out to you when not too many people even knew who you were outside of that ATL grid? Yeah, I'm going to talk my shit. Because I was complimenting you. I was bigging you up, all that shit. It's other niggas that start talking shit and getting in y'all ears about what this and that. How many times did y'all take a shot at me? How many times did you tell me, hey, tell your boy Williams that I want the smoke? That ain't my son. But you said, tell your boy. All you had to do is call his father. I gave you his father's number. Y'all never reached out to him. But you had to bring it to my attention? Why? Dude, I'm covering you. I'm at the gym covering you, solo dolo. I'm showing genuine love to put the word out there. It ain't no in the past. That shit is still relevant to this day. That shit is still relevant to this day. Because you can't sit up here and put an expiration date on what I was doing for you, Junior. Just like none of these other fighters can put an expiration date on what I was doing for them. You can't sit up here and say, oh, that was then, what about now? The what is now is, if the appreciation would have been given back then and understand the value and my mindset of actually taking the volunteer and showing the hunger and the motivation to cover fighters, which I did. Covered these fighters down here in the ATL. I covered the fighters down here in the ATL. I don't know where a whole lot of other niggas was, but I know what I was doing. I didn't see all you other niggas out here covering these fighters, but I know. I got the receipts. I did not see all these other cats that's on this YouTube shit going up here covering these fighters. But when you say, I see you, what do you see, man? Because, let me explain something. First, it was Williams. Tell your boy I want that work, which last time I checked, I'm media. I don't know shit about boxing. I'm media. I'm not a manager. You won't smoke. I mean, you won't work with Williams. And then it was Jihad. Somehow, my work here in the nesting egg of ATL, somehow I wasn't supposed to expand out. When I'm reaching in my own pocket, I'm making a living for myself, just like y'all are. And that's why I respect, because y'all do have other things going on outside of boxing. So you pretty much look at it like there were security parameters for me or something. Seriously. Because when I started venturing out, that wasn't the first time that I was going out of town to support a fighter. I was most definitely on the road with Williams them. People seen it. Williams them 150 wasn't a native to Atlanta. He was a Fayetteville, North Carolinian. Right? So when I was out there on the road, I like I said, I didn't see you. All these people's in my ear. Why you supporting I was supporting fighters in the A. I was supporting that fighter, Williams, and then came Jihad Tucker. Then all of a sudden, you know, I'm supporting Jihad Tucker. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Team Tucker. I'm out here traveling, going in here, you know what I'm saying, getting access on Top Rank, covering fights at PBC and Top Rank now. I'm covering fights at PBC and Top Rank early on. And then all of a sudden, I'm hearing all this backlash about Jihad Tucker, me covering Jihad Tucker. Now somebody explain to me, why in the fuck does it matter? Who do I cover? And why, as a content creator, I should be held accountable for covering fighters when ESPN, all these freaking commentators, they talk about different players, different fighters, and they critique them all the time, and it's okay. Well, all of a sudden, the YTC is freaking narrowed down, and you want to take your target presidents and select WCS, a small channel? You know what I'm saying? A small channel to y'all now. Last time I checked, I was covering Norman Jr. before he was on TBV. Last time I checked. Before he was on all these other channels. Before I checked. Before he had the sparring session with Tank Davis. Last I checked. Last I checked. Last I checked. Last I checked. Last I checked, before all of that shit, I covered. So it ain't no past, I see you now shit. Because what I did in the past still relevant right now. Because I put my time and effort into it. I was doing it genuinely, respectful as a freaking local fighter, and what you had going on, what you and your father had going on. And no, you can't wipe that shit clean. You can't wipe that shit clean. No, when people want to act like it's easy for you to damn take a target practice at me. Nah, I bring the hot grease, and that goes for the Normans too. We good. This is boxing shit, bro. Don't expect me to be the pincushion and act like I didn't damn genuinely put time and effort in trying to come to the gym. No complaints, no nothing. Come to the gym and try to get much exposure to you and the people over there. Don't act like that shit never existed. Oh, it's in the past and I'm good. If you're going to send me a text at 2-something in the morning, bro, let it be some of relevance and substance. Please don't send me something dealing with you and Quinn's fight. Bro, the fight did not live up to the hype. I'm just going to keep it 100. Don't act like I'm the only one that felt that way, bro. What does that have to say about you as a fighter? Hey, what it says about you as a fighter, you're the boxer. Y'all had to go back to the drawing board. That's it. When y'all taking shots at me with Williams, Jahai, Nance Randall, and wherever else you're taking shots at. When I ask y'all, I say, what is this Williams shit? Why y'all keep going at me with him? What is the Jahai shit that's going on? And then a fighter come out of the ATL that's fighting. I don't even know the brother. I have no idea, brother. Don't have no problems with him. Haven't seen him. I asked him, have I seen you before? He said one time. Cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Cool cat. Straight out the A. All of a sudden it's a problem. Niggas up here talking about, oh, WCS, you ain't supporting the fighters out your motherfucking backyard. Say motherfucking who? I didn't even know the fighter. I'm on my own person. So if that person, or I mean, if someone is not dropping me info on my DMs about certain things, then how am I supposed to know? I can't. I'm one person. I don't know everything. I don't know where every fighter's at. Right? I was supporting you, Junior, prior to your alliance over there in Philly. Right or wrong? I was supporting you before your alliance over there in Philly. If you chose to try to marry up or basically build up a rivalry between you and Jahai Tucker, you have a team, they have a team. If you all want to build up that rivalry and build up that smoke, then start setting the fire then. What does that got to do with then WCS? I'm going to support who I'm actively supporting, just like I supported you back in the day. I looked on there and I said to myself, damn, the last message I sent Norman Jr. was October 21st, 2022 with no response. I said, can you hit me up? People, I can't make this shit up. Can you hit me up? I left my phone number. I got the receipts now. I screenshot it. I left the phone number now. I left the phone number. Can you hit me up? No response. I probably did speak to your pops though. But I'm just saying, last year, I hit you up. I didn't get no response on IG, but the receipts are there. Then it came down to the point of all this damn grouping. And what the message I was trying to put out there, bro, is that these cats was trying to use you. Sure enough, I was right. They wanted to parade your name around, BOK Prime as the face of this, that, and the other. And I said, that's sloppy and messy and shit. And sure enough, they sit up here and try to act like you was going to be the face of BOK Prime and the business wasn't right. I even was talking to your pops. I was talking to your pops. Because I didn't appreciate it. I knew the shit wasn't going nowhere because of who you was dealing with. That nigga wasn't going to make no motherfucking deal. But they was up here talking about, oh, I've been searching long and hard for Norman Jr. Tell me I'm wrong, but tell me I'm right. Because when I did the live stream and they parading you up there for BOK Prime as a face, tell me I wasn't talking to y'all behind the scene. That shit wasn't gonna fly because the person who was trying to make it seem like it was something important, and he wasn't it. And look at this, Junior. Why you ain't in his inbox? Because he ain't really then said nothing about you since that BOK Prime. He want to get you on there and talking about, oh, we're going to be the face and we're going to really blow this fight up. He didn't know a motherfucking thing. He lied to your face, Junior. See, that's what I'm talking about. The ones who want to sit up here and lie to you. I never lied to you in your face at all. I had to sit up here and take what was coming my way from third parties somehow getting in y'all ear. So if they're going to get in your ear, you know, don't act like I can't respond. Man, come on, man. Like, I have to respond. Because I didn't wait till you was on TV. I didn't wait till you was on TV, brother. I didn't wait till you was on TV, brother. Did I, Junior? Did I wait till you was on TV? I didn't wait till you was on TV. I remember when I didn't even know exactly who you were, and I found out, and people was telling me, hey, that's so-and-so right there. You know, Carlos Jackson start, covering him down here too. You know what I'm saying? There go Brian Norman, there go the Montgomery brothers, all them in the same building. But yet all of a sudden in 2023, you dropping me inboxes? Did you drop Blue a inbox for using you? Using your face, using your name, and didn't do anything for you? This nigga ain't from the ATL. That nigga paraded you on his channel talking about, oh, we're going to do the best. We're going to blow this fight up and we're going to do this. Nothing ever came of the fight. Why do it if you know you can't follow through and take that shit to the finish line? Did you shoot him a text and say, you know what, if you're going to do business with fighters in the future, can you just do me a favor and do a better job, be more professional? You know what I'm saying? Dot your I's and cross them MF and T's. You know what I'm saying? Just do that for me. But to say you see me, what do you see, bro? What do you see? What do you see? I can't support fighters? Isn't that what Crawford? And this is another thing. Hey, here we go. Here we go. I'm a heavy Crawford supporter. So I know that has to play into it too. I'm a heavy Crawford supporter. So when it comes down to it, being a heavy Crawford supporter, and then I supposedly there's some alliance going on up there in Philly, with the ones who despise of Crawford. What does that have to do with me though? Because my criticism is not just of Boot Signature's resume. I criticize several resumes. It's media, it's observation. It's just like when fighters always calling other fighters bums. So it's okay for you all to use the slangnology. It's okay for you all to use the slangnology, but it's not okay for other media content creators to use it. Y'all be calling each other bums all the time. He a bum. He a bum. But yet a content creator go out here and do an observation on the fight. They wrong. You know what I'm saying? They wrong. They don't have no right whatsoever to adjudicate who's a freaking bum or not. It's totally wrong. I see the play. When you say I see you, I don't know what you're talking about. I see you. Because I seen the play a long time ago with the Alliance. How can somebody be mad at you for supporting a fighter outside the grid square of your hometown when I was born way back when, before you was born, man? Come on, man. Dude, do you not understand? Who else has given you the volunteer work than me? Who? Come on, Junior. Why would you send me a text? Bro, are you thinking about what you're doing? Come on, man. Why would you send that to me? Nobody in the ATL has more content on you than me. I can support who I choose to support. You can't put no type of tag on me for supporting Jahad Tucker any day of the freaking week. If you all want to build up a rivalry between Norman Jr. and Jahad Tucker, go right ahead. I'm not the manager. I'm not the chief second. I'm not holding a spit bucket. I didn't link up the deal with him and Jay Prince. I did not. So when it comes down to all this shit about what Scotty is doing, you know what I'm saying, what he haven't done, these niggas really need to damn go digging. Like, I'm not gonna go purchase shovels for y'all, but y'all really need to go digging on how much I was in these streets driving miles upon miles. I don't care who say, well, that don't mean shit. It means shit to me, because I was the one doing the driving and the flying, goddammit. I was doing the driving and the flying. And for somebody to leave a text in my inbox and tell me I appreciate what you did. No. What I did in the past still relevant to this day. Because just because niggas want to jump on your bandwagon while you're on TV, that's some bullshit right there. If it was that easy, I should have waited then. I should have just said, let me just wait until he get on TV. That first PBC fight you had on TV. I should have just waited. But no, I was covering, Brian Norman way before then. Wasn't up there cloud chasing a motherfucking thing. I was putting in my due diligence, my work. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. I was doing that shit off the strength. Off the strength of my work ethic. Now, I'm not the best at it. I learned a lot of that shit on the fly, on how to operate, shoot pictures and do video. Learned that shit all on my own, on the fly. But to say that I see you, that's just puzzling to me. I didn't quite get what you meant. Please, I hope you explain I see you. Are you seeing me based off other hater, slimy ass snake niggas that was in your ear telling you some shit that you didn't hear from me? Because I never disrespected. I was just at the gym. And I felt it. And I say, it's okay. You're talking about somebody who did 20 years in the Corps, dog. I've been around some of the most different people ever, whatever. I've been around that shit. But I can't go up here and try to change the minds of everyone that's influenced by the serpent for which they encounter. And if that serpent can easily influence you and pretty much snake you out a good situation, then who am I to try to convince you that you should have stayed in the situation? You should have thought for yourself. You should have went to the person. If a person's in your ear talking shit about me, I would appreciate you coming to me and ask me. You know what I'm saying? Either one of you, your pops or you, just ask, hey, this, that, and going. No. I'm hearing about shit online. I got people, telling me shit all because I'm supporting fighters. But what about the fighters that I was supporting in the ATL? Did I ever piss any of them off? Did I ever do some shit? All the fighters that I was supporting in the ATL, baby. What? I appreciate the past. What about all the fighters that I was up here supporting in the ATL, shawty? Where were these people then? Come on, man. You trying to tell me I can't say the performance was mediocre? I was expecting more from the hype. That's all. I was expecting more from the hype. I can't have my criticism. I thought we always say, hey man, keep it real. I like when motherfuckers keep it real. I like when motherfuckers keep it real. I like when they keep it real. I like when they keep it real. Now I think they love when you keep it real fake, because I don't get it. Real talk, I don't get it. The fight didn't live up to the hype. I don't know why I was even at it. You know what I'm saying? When somebody say, I know you was betting on me to lose, you know what I'm saying? Tell me, explain to me, why would you say that? Why would that be the preface of you leaving something in my inbox? Why would you preface that? I'm curious to know who the snake is. If you're not willing to tell me who the snake is that'll tell you this, that, and the other, at least get me in a position where I can shift gears and tell you if I did or didn't bet against you in this fight. You know what I'm saying? And then for somebody to sit up here and not have focus on just saying, I pay attention to this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. People know I pay attention. Senior said that he said what he said. Now, I wasn't even on, everybody else is talking about what he said in the corner. I didn't care about what he said in the corner because I'm not giving instructions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving instructions. So whatever communication is going on with that, they're the ones that know the game. His Senior used to be a freaking boxer, and Barry Richardson, all of them has been around Norman for a while. But this is my thing is, this is my thing. Junior, your pops say you weren't listening to him. That's not the first time he said that. So why, if you wasn't listening to Senior, which he said publicly, I'm not making this shit up. Excuse me. I'm not making this shit up. Your pop said you was not listening to him. Once again, your pop said you were not listening to him. Senior, your father, said you were not listening to him. Your father, trainer, said that you were not listening to him. Your father, trainer, said that you were not listening to him. He said you were not listening to him. So if you wasn't listening to him inside the ring while the fight was actively going on, why would you send me a text saying that I was betting against you? If that is what truly matters, shouldn't you just say, hey, I didn't have the best performance? You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson pretty much said, I didn't have the best performance. I had a bad performance. That's what he said. Shakur Stevenson said, I apologize to Floyd Mayweather. I apologize to Andre Ward. I apologize to Terrence Crawford. I had a bad performance. I didn't perform well. That's where his mindset was. But you, Norman, that's not where your mindset was. You did not have a good performance, brother. It's not to say that you didn't fight better than you did the last two performances, because you did come out the box and you say you wasn't gonna look for the knockout, which you didn't look for the knockout, and due to the lack of activity, you know what I'm saying, from both of you, you know, you were smothering your punches a little bit. You fought a much more smarter fight than you did the other two times, but yet the overall performance was mediocre in my opinion, brother. You know what I'm saying? It was mediocre, bro. I'm not the only one saying this shit. I'm not the only one saying it. I'm just saying it was a mediocre performance, bro. It was a mediocre performance. Like, you didn't go up there, you know, dropping sledgehammers, trying to dump everything in the early rounds. You actually boxed, you used to jab more. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it was entirely too much holding and clinching. Period. It was too much, entirely too much holding and clinching. And let's talk about another thing about integrity there, Norman. Since you're talking about you appreciate the past. Do you appreciate the fact that when I came up to the gym and not just this one, but I recorded some sparring between you and Jahad Tucker back in the day, and I recorded some sparring recently when I came up to Mustafa's gym. Your father said he did not care if I put that sparring out between Jahad Tucker and you. Did I put it out? Did I put it out? Because you said, I see you now. I'm just trying to say, because I'm past middle age. I'm just trying to see what the maturity at, because I've been a part of real world situations where people actually lost their life for real. I had to report on casualties. I was at the Pentagon as a teenager. I was a general's briefer. I used to brief on real world shit. So I gotta have the mentality of some type of maturity, right? Your pops told me that he didn't care if I recorded. I asked Jahad Tucker father, music, you might not, no. Both, I had a bilateral agreement where both of them said, I don't care if you record the sparring. Did I put it out? Check this out. Let me ask you this. Did I put it out? I went up there to Mustafa's gym, right? I just recorded some moments of sparring. Y'all did the interview. Appreciate it. And Senior told me, don't put out the sparring. And a part of me said, damn, I can't put out the sparring because those are not fighters that's fighting on TV. That's not people that you are building up a rivalry with or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? He said, don't put out the sparring. I want to ask you this, Junior. Did you see the sparring out there? I want to know, did you see the sparring out there? So when you talk about integrity, I know gym protocol. When people say you don't know shit about boxing, I know gym protocol. I understand. I've been in a lot of gyms to the point where I understand gym protocol. If I have to ask the question, I'll ask the question. Did I put out the sparring, Senior? You want to talk about integrity? People say dick riding, clout chasing. Did I put out the sparring, though? Did I put out the sparring of Jahad Tucker and you, Junior, and the sparring that I just recorded over there at the gym? Senior said, don't put out the sparring. And though I asked myself, why would I put out the sparring? But he said, don't put it out. Did I put it out? Y'all have to think of things like this. I'm not new to this game. You have to think of this shit. I'm not trying to be the #1 channel out here. Did I put out the sparring? No, I didn't. I guess Like, it don't matter what age you are. People still gonna take the opportunity to take shots at you and just forget about the shit you did. Not with me. It's too many receipts out there when it comes to the boxing game that it don't matter what these cats say. Look, I try my best to basically sustain a relationship with these fighters, but I'm not gonna fight or filter through third-party voices, individuals that somehow, some way are linked up to other individuals that want to talk bad about you, defame your name, you know what I'm saying, denigrate you off some he say, she say scuttlebutt. I don't have time to filter through that. I'm not the motherfucking gossip patrol. If I always say that you're not going to hold me accountable for something I can't account for. If a dude, excuse me, if someone wants to come to you and say that you shouldn't do this, or WCS said that, or we don't fuck with WCS, and you start treating me funny, what am I to do? You think I'm gonna fight for my loyalty with you, and you believe somebody else? Like, you should have pretty much came to me and said, you know, asked the question. But I ain't never, nobody can say I never clout chased off Norman Jr. What I did do for Junior, I did cover him. I did show him that ATL love. I did volunteer, so I was taken back when I woke up this morning and you up here sending me to I know you was betting against me. Let me ask you this, Norman. What if your previous performances, you know what I'm saying, was had people questioning, like, what's going on? What's up with the boxing IQ? Why don't you just strategically just attack this different? You know what I'm saying? Why are you dumping everything in the tank? You know what I'm saying? Why are you going out there trying to knock heads out every time? Why don't you box? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't this text message be sent to the betting odds? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you send text to other content creators? Why? Why me? Because it seems like I'm an easy target. I'm always, you know, rolling by myself, doing my own thing. Why me, bro? Out of all the freaking cars I covered, all the times I've been on the road, and y'all seen me all over the place. Shout out to Team Tucker. Appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? You know, opening up them gateways, you know, shooting fights ringside from the rafters to the corral, god damn it. Shout out to y'all. Because I always say this, like, my mentality is I'm not going to sit up here and try to fill out paperwork and continue to treat it like it's day one. Hey, y'all remember me? I was here before last time. Y'all okay? It's not going to happen, bro. It's not going to happen. Boxing is a competitive sport. That's what it is. I don't remember seeing y'all when we was out there covering Jahai, when he initially entered the ring 0-0. I always want to ask the question, where was all these dudes at? So if I didn't see you all there, and that goes for the fighters, I don't know if y'all was calling Jahai out when he was 0-0. I don't know. I don't know if y'all was calling him out. But what I can attest to is that I do know for a fact that when you start going around and people see you, sometimes they don't care about how you got there. They just care about you being there. And if they can find any way to remove you from where you at, they would do that. And not so much physically, but they would tell people that may fuck with you or may communicate with you. They'll pretty much tell them some shit that don't make sense. Right? And I'll tell them just like I told them about 150, right? You can be mad at his pops all day long, but his son never did shit to me. You know, me and his dad had what we had or whatever, whatever, that's a disagreement. But his son never did shit to me. I'm not all about the get back and going after people's kids. His son never did shit to me. Jihad never did shit to me. These are people that barely even say too much of anything on fight week. They're focused on the fight. You know what I'm saying? Well, one thing I can say about Jihad, right? When all this hoopla, hayla was breaking out behind the scenes, after he went up there and goddamn sent out the motherfucking SOS to Xander. Xander, come pick your mans up. Come pick your fucking mans up. I mean, that shit was ringing throughout boxing. That shit was incredible performance. But ultimately, I salute the Team Tucker, for being in that situation. Boxing shit. I was able to shoot that fight ringside. Boxing shit. Shit that's conducive to me. Shit that's healthy for me. Not all this damn drama shit. And then after the motherfucking fight, all this drama is playing out on social media. What do I have to do with that? I don't have a motherfucking thing to do with that. What I do have something to do with is I saw that shit play out in front of me, goddammit. I saw Jihad Tucker on Gorilla Time. Period. That's what matters to me. I don't have the energy to go up here and try to be friends with people. That's why you don't see a lot of cats just communicate. I'm not really a sociable person like that all the time. Not that I'm stuck up, but I'm just like, it's been good to me in my life. If someone communicate with me, I'm good. I communicate back equally. Real talk. But just the whole point of teens, you know what I'm saying? These sons, right? Me being older, I still respect. It don't matter if they're in their 20s. I still respect the sons. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a father. I respect the son because I'm much older than these cats. But then you got some people say, oh, well, my son a grown-ass man. My son a grown-ass man. He can speak for himself. All right, cool. So, you know, I'm like, okay, Norman, you hit me on the DM. You must be speaking. I don't know. I respect my elders. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I was born and raised down this motherfucker, boy. I still got that Southern hospitality. I don't initiate, you know, drama with people, kids. Even you, Junior. But, you know, I have no issues with responding to something you left in my inbox. And the fact that you left that, I have no idea why. You should be focused on the criticism that's coming from those who you consider your boxing luminaries. Those individuals you consider your boxing compeers that you have to face over there at top rank. You should be more so focused on going back to the drawing board and coming back even better next time. You should be given, oh, okay, I had a bad performance. I understand that. But listen, I'm not even 1% of the people who support you. You have so many people out here support you, but yet you leaving me an inquiry. You leaving me a comment. I ain't gonna lie, you know, I feel some type of way as an older gentleman in the game, man. It just doesn't make any sense to me, bro. It just doesn't make any sense to me, man. For real. Like, it's boxing teams that can pick sides all day long. Y'all said y'all went for Errol Spence just because y'all don't like Crawford, whatever the case, and lost money on that shit, right? Y'all lost money. A whole gym can criticize the shit out of Crawford, but somehow, some way, I get a text in my inbox. Now, what's really the problem? Where did this come from? I can't dial it in no more. Is it Jihad Tucker? Is it freaking Terrence Crawford? It couldn't be Quentin Randall, because I did interview him prior to a lot of cats interviewing him for this fight. That's facts. Because I was in the street. I did interview him. You know, and out of respect, you know, I was glad to be able to interview this guy from what he's been through and everything. So let's transfer over to Senior. Senior was mentioning that he feels that people were showing a little bit more love to Quentin Randall due to his story or whatever. I mean, I was somewhat, I can relate to his story. You know what I'm saying? I can relate to his story. But you know, I don't fall into the category. I'm going strictly off his box. You know, the way he boxed and the way I thought he would be able to box, that this would be a 50-50 fight. People was telling me it was gonna be a knockout. I said, I don't know, man, because you know, one thing about him, he's been successful with slowing down the pace. And he did slow down the pace of Junior. He did slow him down. He slowed down the pace of Junior. He wasn't able to land any significant power shot, you know, in the fight that rocked him. There was a lot of holding, clinching. There was a whole lot of as the ring turns type of moments where it seemed like a soap opera in there. It was very stale moments in the fight with very little action, but a lot of holding. And that's not to say that, you know, the next fights here forward is going to be the same way. But Senior, bro, we have to jump out the Southern mentality, this ATL shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know damn well, you know, the way y'all be grouping and tossing people's freaking name. Look, this is, I can understand. Like, if you're gonna at me, right? Why at me? Why am I being added and I don't even see you over in my channel? Bro, man, we done dealt with each other on several occasions. I know we got a damn rapport, a common respect between one another. You know what I'm saying? Because this is boxing shit. I don't even know you. I don't even know you enough to have a personal dislike for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know you like that. But on the boxing aspect of it, I don't know why you're at me. What is the at me? Who basically put information out there? And why would you get upset about what I said? I want to know what I said and why are you upset as to what you think I said just because somebody else told you I said it. Let me know who the scoundrel scumbag is. That's all. I just want to know, because every snake ain't the same that's singing. I love petting snakes that's singing. I love it. I mean, it's just one thing about putting hot grease on a snake, the way they just jump up and down. I never thought a snake can jump 6 feet in the air when you pour a goddamn hot grease on their head. Them motherfuckers be dancing, boy. I say it's almost like a ritual. I just want to know, like, which slimy snake sit up here and say some shit that World Combat, all the YTC channels, and y'all don't even come to my channel. Why would I be at it? Because I don't bring other dudes into a situation that's dealing with me. But if you want to talk about content creators, I saw Shot News on there. I saw myself. And I saw that you added Mark Nash. Now, this is interesting because I don't know how the adding system works. It's a bit complex to me. So help me understand. You know, I'm on an imaginary chalkboard right now. So, you know, the @ symbol plus the World Combat Sports over Y. Okay. @ symbol plus World Combat Sports over Y. I was added to begin with, subtract N because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying? This is adding World Combat Sports. I don't know. And then you put a division sign up there to Shot News. I don't know why I was added along with Shot News in this post. I was barely on YouTube. I was on a live yesterday. I didn't know any of this shit was going on. I didn't see the shit on IG. Nobody dropped the shit on there. Like I said, the only thing that was in my inbox when I woke up was Junior telling me, I know you bet. I know you had so and so. You was betting against me. If you felt that I was betting against you, but yet your dad was saying you're not listening, which one are you going to pay more attention to? You thinking I was betting against you, or what your dad said on the live? Your father said that on the live, bro. Not me. I wasn't in Vegas. That's what your father said. So if your father putting stuff out, it becomes PR, public record. So if I speak on the public record, am I wrong? Again, I'm not wrong. I'm speaking on public record, bro. I'm just saying. I'm speaking on public record. So Senior is speaking about Timothy Bradley and Kayla Merritt. I don't have anything to do with them because they was ripping it. That's what they get paid to do. But I can't understand why I was at it though. Why I was at it. It proves no point why I was at it. Why was I at it, shawty? I don't get why I was at it, shawty. Can somebody tell me why I was at it? I don't know why I was at it. Why was I at it? I don't get it. Why was I at it there, Senior? What message do you have for me? I'm a small channel. Make up your mind. I'm a small or little channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm a small or little channel. Which one is it? Because goddamn it, I'm thinking small is much of a greater value than the word itself. Seriously, I think this shit is very deceptive. Am I a small or little channel? If you're small, what am I next to? What am I next to at the end of the day? Am I a small or little channel? Because all this freaking attention, I don't quite get it. I don't get it, see? Why would I be added in anything? You adding me is not going to deter me from going right back out and supporting Jahad Tucker the next time. Was that it? Like, what is this really about though? Who I support? I was supporting you all. Back then, like he said, in the past. I appreciate the past. No. It ain't no appreciation. Because for somebody to leave a comment like that, you would have appreciated more not to leave a comment if you really appreciate it. But do I suppose to not support Team Tucker because of something y'all got going on? That don't have shit to do with me. You know what they say, if it ain't your business, stay the fuck out of it. Right? If y'all want to build up a rivalry, if y'all want to fight, if y'all want to go to the ring or whatever the case may be, whatever the case, you know, if y'all feel like y'all seen something inspiring that was down here, then guess what? Get with the team. I'm not the manager. I'm not no one. I'm not making moves. I'm not, signing paperwork and shit on that. Get that shit taken care of, see? That had nothing to do with Scotty, bro. I don't know what the adding me is. Now, what I do have a question about is, you added Mark Nash. I just think back in the day when I brought Mark Nash to your gym. But people, hey, people, check this out, people, check this out. Brian Norman leaves me a freaking text in the DM. Telling me I appreciate what you did. I appreciate the pass or whatever. But before that, he said he felt that he know I was betting against him or whatever. It don't make any. I'm not repeating it verbatim because it's pointless. But let's talk about Mark Nash, right? You're talking about a person who was out here doing this shit before a lot of cats even came on board. Now all of a sudden they want to jump up here. Ta-da! Who brought Mark Nash to see Norman Jr.? Huh? That senior? Junior? Who brought Mark Nash, who has creative skills and videography and shit? I provided a new window of exposure for you all. I brought him to the gym that day. You remember the time I brought him to the gym that day? Y'all remember, right? Did I not provide you the supposed moment that he was supposed to just put you all on the highest freaking halo possible for this fight with Randall? Like, people get mad about, oh man, so-and-so trying to cut into my shit. And who brought Mark Nash to Granite City Boxing Academy? Yours truly. Mark Nash, he would agree with that. All I'm doing is talking my shit, baby. Because it's a legitimate fact. This nigga ain't selfish. I brought Mark Nash over there and provided you, there, Junior, the person who's saying, I appreciate the past, but I see you. No, you don't see it. Because I brought Mark Nash to y'all just so you can have another cat that's experienced and with creative videography. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does. I brought you another window to help you out, which you all end up using, right? I did that. WCS did that shit. I did that. I brought him to the gym. You remember when he almost freaking flew the drone in your face twice there, Norman Jr.? I brought Mark Nash over there to cover you there, Junior. I did. I brought you another window of media exposure within the ATL footprint. I did that. That's a nigga that's not selfish. Because I covered you long before that. And I could have been like a lot of other niggas. Oh, no. Find it on your own. Get it on your own. I brought Mark Nash over there. So look. Another step I want to know. No knock on Mark, though. I just got a question. I know there was so much back and forth leading up to this fight. I'm just curious, because I was looking through my phone and I really didn't see too much coverage coming from the Breaking Beats. Mark, please, can you help me out, sir? Bro, when you put this much effort into something, right? Especially Norman Jr., one of the biggest names down here in the ATL. Now, when you put that up there, that you want people to know that you brought the fight together, blase, you have to carry through with getting the footage out there. I haven't seen the footage on Fight Week. Oh, I want to throw a temper tantrum, but why? Where's the footage on all this? Why was Mark Nash at it? I look at all these details they're singing. Why was Mark Nash at it? Like, what is this about? You have 3 content creators and 2 fighters. One a Hall of Famer and the other one active fighter. We had 3 content creators. One, obviously, WCS, you don't fuck with. I get it. For whatever reason, you got them snakes out there that sit up here and slit it at your feet and say, psst, 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 psst. Hey, down here. Hey man, don't fuck with that nigga WCS because he's goddamn over there supporting Jihad Tucker over there. Don't fuck with him. Cause I know your alliance is in Philly. Don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? So you don't fuck with WCS no more. I don't know why. Shaw News Whatever y'all got going back and forth, I can see it. You know what I'm saying? The Jihad Tucker, the Norman Jr., y'all should just go ahead and fight. Get that over with. You know what I'm saying? You know, move up and wait. Go ahead and fight. Right? And then Mark Nash. Brother, for the life of me, I can't see why Mark Nash was at it. If that's the content creator who I brought to your attention that you're rocking with now, why at me and Shaw News for? Why at me and Shaw News? Because listen, let me tell you something. As much as I've learned in this boxing game, outside of actually being a part of a team who's making fights, who's freaking calling up to try to get sponsorship, to try to do all that shit, that's not me. I'm on the outside. But let it be known. No matter how y'all feel about Shaw News, day one, that brother has been solid. A1. Did a lot for World Combat Sports. It ain't nothing. Look, y'all can be mad at how he talks or whatever, but goddamn, I'm pretty sure some people mad about how I can sit up here and drop the hot grease on people. I get it, but the way he come in here and what he does, I'm telling you, I look. The good thing I like about snakes is sooner or later you're gonna see them show their face. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if the grass is high. The grass will move anyway. People always talking about cutting your lawn. No, don't cut your lawn. You know why? Because a snake will move in high grass and they feel comfortable. They feel comfortable. Until they see that one little reflection and they look up and it's the tip of a shovel. Shing! And it's over. Y'all can't say anything about that brother to me because they treated me good. They allowed me access to Jihad Tucker when he was on the way up. You can't tell me any different. I don't give a fuck what y'all think about him. You can't tell me anything different than what I've experienced. It ain't no fake shit. Nigga, we done goddamn stayed up in the clouds. We done goddamn been up there being able to cover fights as close as you could get to the goddamn ring where Jihad lands a damn 16-punch combination and I have to go find a handkerchief. I got to sit up here and wipe my motherfucking face off. God damn. Shit. Somebody give me some Dove soap. I might as well wash my motherfucking face off. Shit. Ugh. Damn, I was that close to the ring. Real talk. I could have had the whole motherfucking facial, got ready and shit to go out to the club. It wasn't no, let me take you through a 15-step process. Let me do a background check on you. Let me check your birth certificate. What's your blood type? Let's do a damn lie detector test to see if you up here trying to infiltrate the team. Because we know you was down there with Team Norman and you have covered him before. Let me see what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? We don't have time for snakes and people trying to goddamn, you know what I'm saying, sabotage what we have going on. I'm just telling you. Y'all can be mad all you want, but a nigga ain't gonna, as much as y'all try to, no one's gonna dissuade me for, you know, telling me shit about him based off what I've actually seen. Like, I knew the cat prior to all of this shit. I knew him. Before he really started jumping off, I knew him as Jackal Fitness. So once again, when you see us out here, you see me out here covering Jihad, and you see us pop up on ESPN, the person that got me down the ringside with Top Rank is not the fact that I didn't ask. Because I've asked. I've shot ringside at PBC before. And if I'm not mistaken, I may have shot ringside before Top Rank. I'm not sure. But the one who got me down there when Jihad was fighting, championship fight card now. with Shaw News. Period. It don't matter what you say. Y'all can be mad at what you want. I'm not on a boxing team doing administrative work, getting him signed to endorsement deals. I'm not. I am a supporter, avid supporter when it comes to Team Tucker. Ain't nobody gonna change my mind. That team never, that team treat me good. I knew Shaw News when he was Jackal Fitness. And then the growth happened from there. He blossomed into who he is now. If you mad at what he talk about, okay, cool. I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? He be on here talking this shit and, you know, pissing people off and going at people. And you know what? You know, WCS has did the same thing. But singing, I just don't get it, singing. Why you added me? I don't get, were you add me for good reasons or bad reasons? Like, why did you add me on that post? Why? Of all channels now, of all channels that y'all don't fuck with, why would you add me, bro? I mean, if you're not supporting the channel anymore and all this shit, why add me? I don't get it. Why at me with Mark Nash? What have we got to do with each other except me? WCS brought him to you. And look how God work. Hey, what they say there, Shaw? And look how God work. God work. The brother WCS brought Mark Nash to y'all, and now Mark Nash is the numero uno, top notch. I'm talking about the top notch. He is the premier segue for Team Norman Jr. Imagine how God works. God was working through me so that I can bring, can I get an amen? Can I bring another smart, intelligent brother into the Grand Nice City Boxing Academy? So I can provide another window of exposure to Team Norman Jr. I never received any type of reparations. Where's my compensation or reparation for my dedication? You know what I'm saying? For establishing relations. What? I brought Mark Nash, who you added along with me, to you all. And now you want to use him against me? Who's really trying to stir up the foolishness? Really? Really? Explain that shit to me, that singing. Why would you at me with Mark Nash? I brought him to you all. I wasn't selfish. I brought him to the gym, and now he's basically being a vehicle for providing exposure. Now, post-fight, you can have Mark Nash break the news and get the exclusive. And what everybody is talking about. You can do that. Let me make it perfectly clear to Norman Sr. Jr. I don't have hate in my heart for anyone. You know what I'm saying? I don't, bro. I don't have hate in my heart when it comes to shit like this. You know what I'm saying? I can drop some hot grease on somebody, but you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the end of the day, why am I going to use my energy? Why I'm going to use my inner facility, my reservoir of health, and deplete that hating on somebody? Know this. I brought that man to y'all. And you all are now utilizing him as a media vehicle. Clap it up for me. Clap it up for me, shawty. And Mark Nash probably sitting back laughing. Mark know it's true. I brought Mark Nash to y'all. Yes, I did. I'm just wondering where the content was for this weekend, sir. Because when me and my compeer colleague, Shaw News, is on the same fight week, there is a conveyor belt that begins to run and content is being disseminated out to the general public on that specific fighter. That specific fighter would be by the name of Jihad Tucker, right? And Jihad is the focal point. See, that in itself is where WCS doesn't get enough credit. Because anybody who I supported and been on deck with, team-wise, right? I have never had to be told what to do. No one never had to kick me out. I'm not up there with the camera on me to my, yeah, I made it back here. Let's go back in time. Once again, I was out there working. The team, Shaw News, Jihad Music, all them, Coach Terry, all them in the back, in the locker room, right? I'm out there working. Not until Shaw News say, hey, man, we back in the locker room. Come back in the locker room for a minute. And that's when I was back there, when ESPN came back there. Did y'all see me looking into the camera? Did y'all see me hold the phone up like this? Time I look, been there, done that already. Don't no team have to tell me what to do. I think that's the focal point that should be respected. I'm not in the camera taking selfies and telling, no, it's all about the fighter. That's professionalism. It's all about the fighter, period. You're there to support a fighter. It don't matter what age he is. You're there to get as much content as possible about who? The fighter. And the fighter's plural. That's who you're there with. Wherever that fighter is that you're covering at the time, while you're on media week at a promotion, it's all about the fighter you're covering. You know what I'm saying? I cover multiple fighters on fight week, but I'm just putting it out there because I was at it. I was at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there that they don't have to come and remove me out of the room, sitting on my ass and doing what I was out there shooting a fight card. I was out there shooting fight cards. You know what I'm saying? Who can say that they fought fight? I mean, they shot fight cards, the whole entire fight card with Jared Big Baby Anderson, former heavyweight champion Charles Martin, and then the big Russian dude that just went out here and knocked out the guy. Sit up here and cover him. Abdullah Mason. Shout out to Abdullah Mason. Being able to cover Abdullah Mason, man. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to cover all these fighters, man, that's doing things big, but yet over on the YTC, I got fighters that's waiting to get to that point and have a breakout fight. You know, fighters that's waiting to have a breakout fight. And you adding me on some negativity. At the end of the day, that ain't it, bro. You know, add me on the negativity after all the shit I've done, especially out of my city. You know what I'm saying? Of course I'm not going to be the only one. Of course I ain't the best. You know what I'm saying? Of course I'm not. But 1 frame, 2 frames, 3 frames, 4 steals, 5 steals, 6 steals. What's more important? What's more important? All of them provides you exposure for what you're doing right now. All of them. All the steals, the frames, you know, the video, all that shit provides you more exposure as a fighter. So, you know, that's what I got to say about it, bro. I mean, I don't know why you're adding me on this shit, senior. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. I guess at the end of the day, you know, I have to sometimes expect that from my people. You know, as much as you do for one another, it's not enough about the principle of it all. You know, it's not enough. It's all about somebody who influence. You build up alliance. You know, me talking shit about Crawford and supporting him heavy has nothing to do with y'all going over there to Philly and sparring with Boots. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sitting up here matching up shit together as to why all this damn resistance and insurgency coming back my way, then so be it. It's boxing shit at the end of the day. That's not gonna stop me from rocking out with Crawford. It's not gonna stop me from rocking out with Jahad Tucker. It's not gonna stop me at all. It's not gonna stop me at all. Because when I was out there with Team Williams, y'all was up there saying that you wanted to smoke and y'all this, that, and the other. But when I gave you the number, you didn't call them up. You know what I'm saying? So what is this really about? Because this is another reason to feel like I'm an easy target in this boxing game. People want to say you ain't doing shit, but yet they give you that you doing shit type of attention. Like, goddamn, I ain't doing shit. Our channel ain't that big, but I get added after a televised card. I get added after a televised card for no damn reason. Excuse me. Not only that, I get added with Shaw News, which I'm not understanding why I was added with him. But yet I do get it because Jahad Tucker is the common denominator. But I'm not going to include him in it because he's not on social media and any of this shit. He's not on social media like that. So I'm not going to sit up here and bring him, because I don't bring people into the situation. But since I was added with Shaw News, I can only assume that's the reason why. Somehow, some way, Jahad's name is the common denominator in this whole situation. And you know, people feel some type of way because Jahad took his first loss and all that. But hey, he has a team. Let me put this disclaimer out there. The team Norman Jr. Because I'm a small channel. And since I was at it with Mark Nash, and Mark Nash built up the Quinn fight and the Norman fight, and I didn't see damn one piece of media footage out there after I thought he was going to be there getting all the exclusives. I didn't see anything. But if you want Jahad Tucker, why don't y'all make the fight? Don't at me with Shaw News no more for Jahad Tucker. Because I'm not signing any type of paper. I'm not getting a paid percentage. I'm supporting that young gorilla. I'm supporting him. I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? That's fam. I've been, you know, so many places with that team. Believe me. I've been to day families. I've broken bread and had authentic food with day families. Look, they're Jamaican, bro. I'm from the South. I've broken bread over their family's house, bro. But you got people up here. I'm here in the South, and I got people that's busy worrying about the wrong thing, bro. Come on, man. You think I'm concerned about? You think I'm concerned about people adding me and I'm gonna stop freaking doing what I'm supposed to do as media? I haven't even really been out this year. I've been taking care of other issues with the fam and all that stuff. But you think I'm gonna stop supporting somebody who I haven't seen what he does to y'all and what he does to y'all? But Shaw News ain't been nothing but great to me. His team ain't been nothing but great to me. I'm just putting it out there. So if that was the reason, seeing why you added me with Shaw News to take a shot at me and him at the same time, Jahad Tucker, I'm putting it out there. If you all want it, because look, I can do this, senior. You know what? Because you came to me prior to, and y'all was making it known. Junior came to me prior to and said, I want smoke. I mean, I want that work. I want that work with 150. I want that work. Y'all have made it your stepping point to come to me about fighters. When Jihad came down there, y'all, you was acting like you didn't know his name and all that shit. Let's just cut to the chase. If y'all want to fight with Jihad Tucker, and you feel that's a common opponent you want in the future, do the same thing Quinn did. Do the same thing Quinn did. I'm putting it out there. WCS, I'm trying to be first, Shot News. I'm trying to be first. Hey, Brad Goodman, I have a feeling that Team Norman Jr. wants to fight Jihad Tucker. So I'm putting it out there, Mr. Goodman, so that potentially you can make this fight. So we can clear the air, Mr. Goodman. Mr. Goodman, we can clear the air. Because I don't want to be at it no more when I don't know why the hell I'm at it. That @ symbol, I swear to God, I don't know who invented that, but I'm about to find out. I'm about to find out, is this something that you can pay monthly to put restrictions on people adding you like that? I don't know, but Mr. Goodman, Jihad Tucker versus Brian Norman Jr., I think they just need to settle the score, because we can't keep going back and forth. We can't turn this into a Crawford Spence type of 5-6 year, you know what I'm saying, freaking deal here. No. If this what it's all about, just please get with their team over there. They're not hard to find. Get with their team over there and make the fight happen. Get with music. Two hard-nosed fathers that would definitely, if it's business, if it make business sense and money sense, then guess what? It's gonna happen. I mean, that's really the only name that can help you during the recovery of this fight with Quinn, because Quinn, that fight didn't live up to the hype based off people saying they was gonna beat your ass and all that. It didn't live up to it. But I think people be more inclined to forget about that fight and say, oh shit, Norman Jr. and Jihad Tucker? Oh shit. What? Hey, Shot News, I want to be first in this one. I want to be first. I want to be able to jump in my closet, cut the lights off, and open up my laptop and say, people, I am writing an article in the dark, because I feel so great about being a part of the first to announce Jihad Tucker versus Brian Norman Jr. coming to a ring near you, people. And let me give you a little bit of backstory on this. I felt the need to respond because I was at it. Sometimes acts come with personalities, behaviors, and a little bit of hate. And when that hate comes to you in the act, it stings a little bit more when it's from your hometown. I don't know, people, but I'm just typing in and writing a little article about it, just zipping it up real nice. But guess what? I think the people will gravitate to this fight in the near future. I think it's very, very productive when it comes to the matchup. And I think Top Rank and Brad Goodman will indeed enjoy matchmaking this fight. Oh, it's going to be something great. It's going to be something amazing. That's if the powers to be, which is Team Tucker and Team Norman Jr. wants the fight to happen. If that is not the case, and little old WCS is not able to put this fight together, please, can I not be at it again? Please don't at me again. It's just all the troubleshooting that I'm not being, compensated for. Like, please don't at me with Shot News. Just say, you know what, I'm gonna like they post when they on fight week. When the pictures and frames come out, you know what I'm saying? I'll like the frames. Just do that for Team Tucker. Just like the frames You know, like what you see on Fight Week and everything like that. Because it ain't easy. Everybody don't have that format. And of course, big salute to Mark Nash. Mark Nash, I had to mention your name because you was added along with me. And it almost seems like someone somehow is trying to instigate something. Why would I be added with you? If you're a part of the team, you're Team Norman Jr. You are the vehicle that I brought to the garage. I brought you to the garage. Now you are the segue for Norman Jr. moving forward. I love it. I feel like it was philanthropy work for me. Because people rarely get acknowledged down here in the South for giving back to the community. I feel like I provided Mark Nash that opportunity. But yet my Cash App has not depicted a value of compensation from breaking beats, breaking beats. I haven't really received any royalty checks yet for bringing breaking beats over there to Norman Jr. I almost called him assassin, but I was banned from saying the assassin no more. I was banned. He said his name is Junior now. I was banned from the assassin. Imagine that, me. I was banned. Don't call me that no more. I'm Junior. All right. So to my people out here in the chat, I appreciate everyone for pulling up. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back through these comments. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back through these comments when I shut it down. But those of you that's out here that's putting this information out to these people, which is negative, I politely ask you to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because I just got more things to worry about in this boxing game than to be added on a post, which I don't even know why I'm even added. And then I'm added in the company of Shaw News and Mark Nash. And I can't understand, of all people, they're senior, what shot were you taking? Why am I added though? I mean, I would rather you just stick to what was going on in the ring and what you thought, you know, what people said as far as instructions you were given, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Like, that's more detrimental, in my opinion, the criticism that they was giving you, than anything, you know what I'm saying, anything that you think people, or someone said. And listen, I encourage people. Hey, kind of under the weather, but I encourage people, right? If someone said this, that, and the other, damn, just drop a receipt up there so I can really know who the source is. That's all. So I can really know who the source is. I just want to know who the source is. Don't speak in you know, in third party and act like, oh well, I'm not gonna mention names to protect the innocent. They're not innocent because they're the ones shit starting. They're the shit starters. So you're not doing anything to protect the innocent. Put the receipts out there and let it be known. That's all. You don't have to protect the innocent, because they ain't innocent. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat. Mr. International, Toby Bartlett, Swat Jones, Tony Boswell, I see you in the building. Tyrese was good. Big Bunsen Boxing, the gold on deck. Shaw News, the Sauce Experience, AK Showtime. Shaw was good with it. And shout out to Team Tuck in the building, man. They have a fight coming up next month, December 9th. Time to get back with it. One loss don't define a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Especially if there's a lot more that goes to that recipe. Yeah, but that's where I'm at with that. Y'all be careful. Be very attentive. Because at the end of the day, it's so much gossip that goes on out here on the YTC with people just talking. But, you know, when you're dropping shit in people's inbox, man, I swear to God, I'm like shaking my head like, seriously, me? What does that have to do with me, though? What does that got to do with me? I mean, what does that got to do with me, though? You're talking about... never mind. I'm done talking about this for now. It's Friday. Y'all enjoy y'all Friday. I will definitely be back on later. But y'all continue to support WCS, AK World Combat Sports, AK Scotty. You know, because every now and then they don't want to say my channel name because it's small. It's a small channel where a fight that just happened on ESPN Top Rank, and I wasn't in attendance, but I get added. The person who's supposed to be in attendance, Mark Nash, he gets added. So I'm waiting to see how all this adds up. Like, I'm confused. But I'm waiting on the content to drop. I'm waiting on that freaking bell to get the notification that the content has dropped. I don't want to hear nothing about no goddamn change of the weather down here in ATL and I was sick. You told me that you was going to the fight to cover them. And I'm waiting for that exclusive. Because I was at it. So Shot News, I'm waiting for the exclusive content. And remember, y'all, do unto others as you would believe others to do unto you. And that's what I did. I brought Mark Nash to the team of Norman Jr. so he can give them another layer of exposure. I'm a giving person. Until next time, y'all hold it down. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game, A-Side Official. I'm out.